Less than 2 weeks into the new job, and the new Boeing CEO, Kelly Ortberg, is dealing with some fresh problems at the plane maker. Earlier this week, the company said it had halted test flights of its 7779 aircraft after a component failed during a maintenance check. Separately, the FAA said it would require inspections of 787 Dreamliners to check into possible sudden movement of the captains or the first officers' chairs. Joining us now on all this and the overall safety culture at Boeing is Billy Nolen, former acting FAA Administrator. He's now the Chief Safety Officer at Archer Aviation. And good to see you again, Billy. As we always point out, none of this is great and makes us happy, but the safety record is still unparalleled for the U.S. airline industry.
Absolutely, Joe. Well, first, thanks for having me on. Always enjoy it. You've said it well, right? So by the time we closed the records on 2024, there would have been over 40 million flights on a global basis, and virtually all of them taking off and landing safely every day. That being said, we always say, safety is a journey. So if we come back to Boeing, this is happening at a critical phase, which is what this process is called a type inspection authorization, which is typically the last phase that an OEM would go through before the aircraft is certified. So you would expect this level of rigor at this stage of the process, that if something is going to be found, this is the time to find it. It is before you have passengers on board. This is a process with both Boeing and with the FAA doing test flights, putting the aircraft, if you will, through all of its paces to ensure that it conforms to its type certificate by which that the FAA will issue before the aircraft can enter into service.
What should I'm just wondering, because there's all these different, interests here. The FAA, public perception of how the job the FAA is doing is really important. Yes. And Boeing obviously has been dealing with so much. So what should is the FAA being tough enough? Is it being too tough? What are the different constituencies here for what's really happening? And I don't know, there are some things, I don't know how you mess up the seat. That sounds like when I'm trying to arrange the seat in my car, it would be bad if it didn't lock and I went flying forward and hit the accelerator. Yeah. I mean, none of that sounds good, but cracks next to the engine on a plane seems even more serious.
Yeah, so let's just, if we take a little bit of go back in history, right? So when Boeing delivered the very first 777, the 777-200 back in 1994, this TIA phase that they're in right now with the 777-9, that TIA authorization was issued by the FAA only 1 month after the first flight of the Boeing 777-200. Moving forward to the 787, it took 8 months from the first flight of the 787 before a type inspection authorization was issued. So there clearly the FAA is taking longer. All of this has to be what we call 10 to the -9, which is 1 in a billion chances of failure. So this thrust link is part manufactured by Boeing. No concerns, as I understand it, on the engine. The GE 9X engine was certified in October of 2020. So again, during this process, you put the airplane through its paces, and then you check it out to make sure there isn't something you miss. So clearly, this is an opportunity for the Boeing engineers and the FAA engineers, structural engineers, to go back and say, so why did this critical piece fail, and then what is the next step? So they'll certainly go through a rigorous analysis of that to make sure they get it right, and they will get it right before this aircraft is certified for entry into service.
At this point, people do not criticize the FAA for being too close to the industry anymore. That was a couple of years. So many things have happened. I think they've had to find religion to some extent. Is it a changed agency at this point?
It is a change agency. what we've said, you look across all the administrators that have led and the 44,000 plus professionals who make up the FAA. And what we always say is it's a journey that, number one, the public trust is sacrosanct. So the goal of the agency is to ensure that trust, whether it be the newest Boeing aircraft or the newest, Airbus or the newest, new technology, eVTOL, Gulfstream. It takes a bid. And so we are finding that we're doing more. There are human factor considerations in the aftermath of the 737 accidents that have happened, right? So we're finding for the agency that it is, you might say, been a little bit more conservative, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to give the flying public absolute faith and confidence that when they step aboard, that aircraft, whatever it is certifiably safe.
But it's not an enviable position to be in, because you don't want to be too heavy-handed. We know about what happens with when regulators are too heavy-handed. It think that the works get bogged down and it takes too long and the economy gets hurt and the fortunes of the company, everything else. I don't envy anyone who has to manage that. It's a fine line.
Yeah. That's right. It is a balance, right? The balance is number one. I used to always say when I was the acting administrator is that, safety never comes at the expense of technology. And so as we have this, you can say you've got what's going to be an incredible aircraft. I can't wait to fly it. I do believe, as Scott Kirby and others have said, I've got strong faith and confidence that Kelly Ortberg is the right leader for the job. And they'll get this and get on the other side. But I just want to stress that in this particular incident with the 777-9, this is a part of that process where it is so rigorous by design. You want to make sure that you've just figured it all out before you put it into service.